are now watching the Loxs Gambling Podcast. Let's play, baby.
Hey, welcome everybody to the Loxs Gambling Podcast. I am your host, your man, your ace, your man with the plan, Mr. Betts, Mr. Degenerate. I can't stop. I'm addicted. I need to call the number. HOK, right here with you. I'm with my boy, my ace, Buffalo's finest, Mr. Research himself, Mr. College Basketball, KP.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, how are you? How you doing today, Kev? What's up?
Good, man. It was a long start to the morning. The girls wanted to practice early. It was supposed to be 10 to 12, and they're like, hey, can we actually just do 8 to 10? And I'm like, why would you want to do that? Like, that doesn't make sense to me. I don't want to do that. That's why I wanted it to be later. But
some probably, got some bad high school girl stuff to do.
They better as 8. You still get you're done. Your day is free afternoon. That's all I wanted.
We need to go to the mall. We need to get our hair done. We need to go meet with the boys. Timmy said he liked me. He was going to meet me at the mall on Saturday. And Coach Kevin, he doesn't ever want to let me have any fun.
Oh, no, I do. I just want you to have it within these 4 lines. Get on the baseline.
So we can have all the fun you want. They're called suicides. But welcome everybody to the Loxs Gambling Podcast. Today we will be going over NFL Week 12. Week 12 here. It's almost getting there. I mean, remember yesterday when it just started, and we're damn near almost to the end.
Super Bowl football goes.
Yeah, football comes and goes. Unfortunately, wish it was longer. Doesn't need to be longer. These guys already do a lot on their bodies. The longer football season is selfishly something, yes, we do want, but we all know that's something that should not happen. Not in football. These guys need time to recover and get their shit together.
3 games a week. No.
Yeah, or we're going to die. I mean, I wouldn't mind throwing in another, we got Monday, Thursday, Sunday. I wouldn't mind a Friday game. I wouldn't mind like a Friday night game or something like that. But that is a lot, like I said. Or we can just add more teams. We can give cities more teams. There
are a lot of cities.
Yeah, there's a lot of cities. Like we can make more football teams. I would think that's just more money. So why not? But
yeah.
Anyways, NFL Week 12. We're gonna go over every single game, giving you our best insights on what we think you should be looking at, what we are going to bet ourselves, and what you shouldn't be touching at all. Once again, you don't have to take what we say as gospel. We only giving you our unprofessional opinion on these games. And we do all the research, so you don't have to. So all you gotta do is kick back, listen, and form your own opinions and make your own bets. But follow us on Twitter, X, right here for all my official plays. I know, right? All my parlay for any guy. Now let me say, but
that's what Kendrick album had me feeling like. I turned and I was like, hey. Yeah.
Anyway, let's get right into it, man. We got stuff, and you got stuff to do, and not too much time from here. So let's get to it. Let's start it off. Lions, Colts. Lions -7.5, -410 on the money line. Total sitting at 50.5. I think this is going to be let's start it off. I think this is going to be. I mean, listen. I think it's going to be a closer game than what people are probably like. When you just look at it, Lions versus the Colts. First instinct, yeah, I looked at it, said, yeah, I'm taking the Lions. Like they should blow them out. Blah 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 blah. What everybody probably thought. But looking a little deeper into it, and I'm more of a situational guy here. We know Jared Goff 2 weeks ago had the horrible game. They come back the next week, thrash their opponent. You know what I'm saying? That was a typical system play last week. Lions
Yeah.
Remember, we were talking about a system play. You get crushed next week, they come back and thrash. Now I think this is like that middle ground, back to earth type of game. Not saying they're not going to win the game or play well, but I also just think the Colts can at least keep it somewhat close and competitive in this game. Anthony Richardson, I kind of compare Anthony Richardson to he's not like the best running quarterback, but he's not like a Justin Fields or Lamar or any of those.
Mm-hmm.
He is a running quarterback. We've seen that. It's just all dependent on when he wants to do it. And the Lions are very susceptible to running quarterbacks. Like Justin Fields ran for over 120 yards on the Lions like 3 times, like every time he played them. But once again, Anthony Richardson is not Justin Fields at all by any measure when he's running the ball. So don't not make me when I'm saying like right now that he's like Justin Fields. He's not, but he runs the ball. That's what I'm trying to say here. And his line's 42.5. I think if the Colts are going to keep this game competitive, I think he will have to use his legs, and I think he's going to be really having to go to Josh Downs. I like Josh Downs receiving line this week. Like I said, it's either going to be through the air or with his legs, and he's going to have to try and throw at some point, and they're going to probably let him. We're not seeing Flacco come back in, so they're going to live and die with him right now. So, I mean, I kind of like Josh Downs at 56.5. He's covered this in the last 7 out of 8 games. That was a combination between the two, but regardless, they've both been playing and he's been covering this line. So, and I do expect him to be playing from behind. So, if I had to pick a side, I will take the Colts plus 7.5. My best prop from the game is going to be Josh Downs over 56.5 receiving yards. And if you want to do a little sprinkle on Anthony Richardson rushing yards, I wouldn't be mad at you. As far as the Lions, I mean, you could play anything on the Lions. I mean, I'm sure you got something that you like from this Lions, so I'll let you get into that. But you could pick anything for the Lions, really.
Yeah, seriously. This game, I know that we don't want to disrespect the Colts. One, because they've been playing better football on the defensive side. They started out the season atrociously. It was just like, it's an autoplay. I don't care who the other team could be missing everybody on offense. I'm going to take whatever line that they have because everything is open.
Right. Yep.
But they've been playing more sound defense, especially up front. They haven't been getting super murdered in the run game. They've been playing better there. But this Lions team is different. I know you're leaning that line, but
like they just because they played so well. Like it happens. Like I'm not even. We know the Lions, like you saying. We know the Lions are 100 times better than the Colts. In a perfect world, yeah, they come in and fucking demolish the fucking Colts. I get it, but sometimes you play the story. Like it's the story. You get pummeled, you thrash, back to earth game. Like, and the Lions are good, but it's like that. Okay, we're gonna drop a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Looking for. Don't they play on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, they play. I think they play us on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, look ahead spot. Like they don't care about. Like this is a perfect letdown spot after thrashing last week. Let down here, not really caring about the shitty ass Colts. They're not gonna be up for the game. They might be a little lackadaisical. Backdoor cover. Looking forward to Thanksgiving game. Then we pound them again on whatever the line is, whatever they play. It's just I'm playing the situation. That's what I'm doing. So I'm playing the situation.
Okay. Fair enough. I like the Lions. I like them. The Colts have been playing better, but we beat the Colts by 10 points, and we actually beat them by 17. They just had that jump ball to Alec Pierce basically as time expired, and they were able to get within 10. But this Lions,
Buffalo Bills for people who
the Buffalo Bills.
We are Buffalo Bills. Owns finest right here. So you say we is referring to the Bills. Just for y'all who don't.
Yes, especially when we're talking about football.
Yes.
But this Lions team is nuts. I think that they see that window for the number 1 overall seed is completely open now, because now they share a record with the Chiefs. And you just have that tandem in the backfield of Gibbs and Montgomery. I think that they can just move the ball on the ground because they just have a constant attack to very more than capable running backs. You have wide receivers that can get open all over the field. The Lions have just been doing some crazy things. Yeah, Jared Goff had that bad game. What do you say?
Their team is stacked.
Yeah, they got players all over the place.
Lucky Hutchinson got hurt.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he wasn't hurt.
Yeah, and they're just like, yeah, we're still good, you know.
Yeah.
And that offensive bag of playbooks is deep. Like they know they know how to get that ball down the field. And even when Jared Goff threw 5 interceptions versus a good Houston team, they still find a way to win. That's really difficult to do. That's really hard. Yeah. And that's not disrespecting what the Colts are doing, because I feel like they're playing better on both sides of the ball right now. Right. But Anthony Richardson had what do you say?
No, I was saying right.
Yeah, Anthony Richardson had a good game last week. Probably the best game as a quarterback, I'd say, in his career. Versus the lowly Jets. But the Jets, their strength had been basically the pass defense. But I like the Lions. I think that Jonathan Taylor's line is currently sitting at 67.5. I'd probably take that under. He ran the ball 24 times last week versus the Jets and only got 57 yards. This Lions rush defense is one of the toughest ones in the entire league. And even when Houston was ahead in that game versus the Lions, Joe Mixon ran the ball 25 times, 46 yards. This Lions team doesn't play when it comes to – they held Joe Mixon to 1.8 yards per carry on 25 carries. 25 carries.
Yeah, they're ranked 4th, only allowing 95 rushing yards a game.
Yeah, and that's for the whole team, not one guy.
Oh, yeah. No, I understand.
I'm just making it as clear as possible for everybody. I like, even though that it's always a sweat fest when it comes to dealing with unders, but I think that their defense is capable enough to keep that. And especially if we think that the Lions are going to win this game, it's not like they're going to give Jonathan Taylor the ball 25 times if they're getting hit, you know? So exactly. I like that. And I also like the
always scary.
Always. But I think it just makes sense. And I also like just taking the rushing line of the lower total for the Lions running backs. Let's take the lower one, you know? And I think David Montgomery's sitting somewhere in the 50 range, 56.5. I take it. Because why not? Or David Montgomery to get a rushing touchdown. Because you know he's usually getting that ball.
Montgomery not an auto bucket no more this season.
Not an auto bucket.
For the yards. He's real. He's tick for tat. Like he 91, 35, 105, 40, 80, 31, 33, 73, 32. Last week, 75. I mean, this is, but if you're following the trend, this is a bad week for him. So I don't know about, I feel like Gibbs, I always just want to take Gibbs because he's just,
I hear that.
He's consistent. He hasn't had under 60 rushing yards since
he's been going nuts
since September 8th.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'd rather just take the consistent one rather than banking my shit on David. But David for a touchdown. But yeah. Okay.
But I think my best one from there is just living with this, just embracing the sweat, or just going with the under on Jonathan Taylor getting the 67.5 yards.
Okay. All right. Look like we got a good amount of picks from that game, though. It should be a good. I don't think nothing wonky is going to really happen there. So those should be solid, confident picks there. Chiefs taking on the Panthers. Chiefs minus 10.5, minus 650 on the money line. The total is sitting at 43. I just like Chiefs. I'm not going to make a case for the Panthers. I don't want to get cute.
They're on a 2-game winning streak.
I know, right? That's what you see. Come on. They suck.
They're hotter than the Chiefs right now.
The Chiefs. This is the thing, though. The Chiefs don't cover. They just care about winning.
Yeah.
They don't cover their spread. That's my problem here. Like I'm like Chiefs money line, yeah, but what the fuck? I owe money if I bet that. But like it's like
That's so gross.
yeah, 10.5 is a lot of points though. And Chiefs they not like the firepower putting up 30 a game Chiefs anymore. This is we're gonna win the game no matter what. Like I don't care what happens. Obviously not last week against who? Bills, but I'm not touching the totals in this one. If I had to choose, and I hate to say this with all my goddamn heart, I would bet the Panthers 10.5, and that sounds nasty, but I don't think the Chiefs are that. I haven't seen them give it to anybody all season. Yeah. And Panthers finding a little momentum. Bryce Young I text you. I said, yo, he looked all right. Remember I said, Bryce is murdering right now. He had like 2 drives back to back, and I was like, yo,
hey, he looks like he plays this position now.
He's killing. I was like, he's killing.
And he's having fun. Yeah, I haven't seen that since Alabama.
Man, he was having fun. That's the first time I seen him smile out there. He was balling. He was flaunting. He was doing the whole first down. Like, I'm like, all right. Like,
this is a guy I can get behind.
I was like, I was really happy for the young man. I'll say that. I was happy for the young man because, man, was he getting dragged, and I was one of them. So I'm sorry. Yeah. I was dragging you because you look like shit. And that's but you got it back. Fuck it. Give me the Panthers plus 10.5. Now I'm pissed. Y'all niggas
give me $1.
Nah. Disrespectful. now I'm pissed. Y'all disrespectful, man. Give me the Panthers plus 10.5. And give me he loves Leggett. Leggett's all right. I don't know if you've been I know we're not watching too many Panthers, but he's getting the targets. Yeah. His yards really aren't like that bad, but his receptions 3.5. If they're sitting at 3.5, I'll gladly take that to get to 4. He loves Leggett. You know what I'm saying? So I would gladly take that. I'm going Panthers, man. Fuck it. You can give the Chiefs props all you want. I'm going straight Panthers plus 10.5. And give me some Xavier Leggett over 3.5.
Yeah, just take it all. Why not? While you're at it.
Yeah, no, that's it. No, just those.
Now you have the point. You just grabbing the stocking stuffers that's close to the cashier. You know what? Actually, I'd be like this. We're gonna toss that in there too.
Because he's gonna. It's not like they're gonna have to throw the ball. They're not run. I don't think Chuba's gonna have a hard day against the Kansas City. They lean on him. You know what I'm saying? To really, he's their best player. Really, I mean, on the team, if you want to look at it right like that. So, but he's gonna have a tough time against Kansas City. Not saying he's not going to be successful, but he's not going to have a easy day. So they're going to have to rely on Bryce a little bit to go through the air. And why not take his favorite receiver if he's just going to be slinging it all day, regardless of what the score is? He's not coming out. They just put him back. He's not coming out.
Yeah.
So he got the whole game. So Panthers 10.5. Was able to get 3.5 receptions.
Okay. Bryce did look better in the past 2 weeks. He had his fun. I think it's less
wrong person.
All good. I think
I did it again.
Oh hey. I think I look like I'm in a Claritin Clear commercial right now. Okay. There we go. But I think he doesn't have as much fun tomorrow. I think that the Chiefs bring a lot of pressure that make things difficult in terms of the looks for the quarterbacks. I think that they're going to make things difficult for Bryce. They're not going to be able to really move that ball on the ground. So Chuba's going to have a tough day. His line's sitting at 55.5. I don't want to take a bunch of running back unders but 55.5 is looking pretty steep against this Chiefs defensive front. I'm looking at Kareem Hunt. I mean, his line's sitting currently at 73.5. His rush attempts is sitting at 18.5. When they're winning games, like they like to have the consistent threat of running the ball, regardless of how inefficient Kareem Hunt is. There's still no Isaiah Pacheco. He's already been ruled out for this week. And we know that he's getting the bulk of the carries. We're expecting the Chiefs to win this game and not have too much issue. So with that 10.5 line, the 10.5 spread, there should be a heavy dose of Kareem Hunt. So I'm going with his carries. I'm definitely going with his carries. That 18.5, he should be able to get that. That's sitting at minus 114 right now. Mm-hmm. But yeah, he should be able to do that. The Carolina Panthers rush defense, it hasn't been suspect. It's been known what it's been all season long. You know you can run on this team. It's basically been an auto play for me all season long that I'm taking the over of the rusher that is against them. Just last week, when they played in Munich, all I wanted was the rushers from that Giants-Panthers game. And Tracy got over 100 yards, and so did Chuba. The week before that, I just took Alvin Kamara because it's just an auto play. He had 29 carries for 155 yards.
Scalvin?
What do you say?
Scalvin?
Scouting?
Scalvin.
Scalvin. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Scalvin! Yeah. It's just, I'm taking the rushers, except for Javonte Williams. He was terrible because that's what we expect. The only time Javonte Williams does good is if I pick him. I'm just going down the game log.
What only time to Estime.
Honestly,
put that on the ticket.
Honestly,
because of you,
Denver. I know that I moved to Denver, and after the basketball season is up, I'm back there. That team. Actually, you know what? Their running back room can implode. Like I'm not gonna say nothing too crazy. Like they can blow up.
What news did you get? Who told
what news did I get?
Yeah, that you was so he already said they're done with Javonte. Yes. He's getting the carry. I'm looking at the game.
Yeah.
And I see Javonte all over my screen. What's going on, Kev?
I don't know if something happened in practice where they were like, oh, yeah, we want to get Audric more touches because the game before Javonte had a carry for a yard. Audric had 15 carries, and he didn't look bad versus a good defense. And then all of a sudden, why is Javonte still on my screen? Why is he back? What happened behind the scenes?
I don't know, but whatever it did, I should have just flew to FanDuel headquarters and gave them my $50 bill on that parlay where I put any Audric estimate on it. And like
they were over at the FanDuel headquarters with their feet kicked up, just smoking cigars, just laughing.
Yeah, waiting for me.
They were dancing like Leo in
Wall Street.
Yeah, getting nice. They saw that. They were like, "Thank you so much, Sean."
Why was he doing just the same move, spinning and
getting crazy? He was dancing like SpongeBob in the house with the jellyfish.
I would not have been able to like keep a straight face if I'm like an actor watching this fool do that. I would have been crying like, "Yo, what is you doing, bro?" Yeah. Anyways, Vikings, Bears. Vikings are sitting at -3.5, -166 on the money line. The total at a low 39.
Yeah.
Both these teams have been highly disappointing coming in these. Not the Vikings. The Vikings still 8-2.
Yeah, they're winning games, but
yeah, they're still winning. They just don't. They started off so hot.
Yeah.
So they're games that they winning now. Some of them they shouldn't have won. Some of them are the refs. Some of them have been a lot of luck. But regardless, a win's a win, and 8-2 is 8-2. And I don't think that matters when it comes down to anybody at the end of the day. The Bears have on a 4-game losing streak.
Yeah, they looked good last week though.
Yeah, but
Caleb Williams finally started doing something.
Yeah. I mean, I've come to terms with Caleb to just say that he's garbage and he needs to get better. No, he's garbage and he needs to get better. But he's moving in the right direction. He's not
progressing.
Yeah, like we're not going to like let's just give up on him or he's not going to be anything. He's learning. You know what I'm saying? I think that he thought it was. I think he thought it was going to be a lot easier the way he just carried himself at the beginning. Like
he thought the NFL was going to be sweet.
Yeah, like I'm him. Like I'm about to come in and kill. And these guys are.
They're like, yeah, we're Himmer.
Yeah, they're not. This isn't Auburn's middle linebacker who just went out drinking last night and you got a little hangover and you got to just throw around him. This is, Max Crosby, who's been watching your college game film on your tendencies. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this is a different. Oh, these guys are good. Yeah, these are the best players in the world. So, but he'll get there. Speaking of Caleb, regardless I think it's going to be a good game. I don't see Minnesota blowing anyone out anymore like that. The line indicates that they think it's going to be a good game. So I do, Minnesota should win in the grand scheme of things, but Chicago's scrappy. But I'm more looking towards Caleb Williams, his passing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely think they're going to have to go through the air. We know Minnesota's rush defense is nothing to fucking play with here. They're first in the fucking league and rush defense, only allowing 76 yards a game on the ground. So bye Swift and the backup, whoever they got back there.
Roschon Johnson.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to have a day. You know what I'm saying? So we could cut that out. Maybe look at some Swift receiving and Roscoe Johnson receiving props, because I do think, he'll have to do some quick dump offs a lot and they'll get some yards there. But, his line sitting at 204 is pretty low for a quarterback. And it's not like he hasn't hit this. He hit this at least 4 times this season against Green Bay, Arizona, Carolina, Indiana, all teams who have a bad passing defense. And Minnesota's perfect for that. They're 28th, allowing 257 yards in the air per game. They're going to have to throw, and they're going to let Caleb throw. He's not getting benched. So 204, I'll bank on Caleb grabbing 204.
Okay.
That's what I really like from this. And like I said, I'm going to keep an eye on those receiving props for Swift and Roschon Johnson, and we just kind of take it from there. I mean, it may be a little Aaron. I've been looking at Aaron Jones too, his rushing yards. I think this could be an Aaron Jones day. One of those days, maybe not one of those vintage 3 touchdown, 100-yard like Green Bay 4 touchdown games. Maybe, he's due. He's due for one of those games. They don't really give him the ball too much in the red zone anymore, or look for him, in the screen pass. But his rushing yards, what they sitting at 63.5? Yeah, 63.5. He's got this 6 times already this season. Close some other games. I can live and die with some Aaron Jones rushing yards too, as long as he stays and doesn't get hurt.
Yeah,
that's what I got. Okay. Yeah.
I think the Vikings should cover this. The Bears played a really good game last week, but these teams understand the importance of these divisional matchups. Oh, geez. Knocked over the light. Just give me the light. But yeah, these teams, they get up for these divisional rounds. They know how important it is to these cities, to these fan bases. And Caleb showed that last week. He gave his all. He had 70 rushing yards. He hadn't been running at all. He hadn't been using his legs at all. So he just was trying to pull out all the stops. And they almost won. They should have if the field goal didn't get blocked. They win that game versus Green Bay. But this Vikings team, we know that Brian Flores loves to give lots of exotic looks to that quarterback. And I know that this is a spot where they should be able to you would think that given the Vikings track record this season that ball can move through that air. But the Vikings have been so mercurial in these recent weeks. Like I remember when they played the Colts a handful of weeks ago, and I'm expecting Joe Flacco to go nuts. And then remember that was like the most boring, slowest game of all time. He had 179 yards rushing, passing, and then Mac Jones the next week he had 111 passing yards on 14 completions, 2 picks. But then last week Will Levis is 5 yards away from 300. So I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. Like Will Levis, and then they had a 99-yard touchdown to Westbrook Akine, and it's just like, what is going on?
Apparently he's wide receiver 1.
Yeah, like what is going on? So I'm not exactly sure what Caleb Williams we're gonna get. If last week was any indication, he's definitely trending in the right direction. He has the weapons around him to be successful. We know that. You have a wonderful wide receiver core. You have a capable tight end. You have a really good running back. You have a good running back tandem with Roschon Johnson and DeAndre Swift. So
Roma Dunze, DJ Moore,
Keenan Allen.
I mean, it's good.
That's a good wide receiver.
It's good. You're right.
Like let's not.
I'm not sold on Roma Dunze.
He's a rookie. He's trying to figure it out, and it's not like he came in there and he's the number one. So it's a little bit different. The only wide receiver that's come out, I'm trying to think of the guys from this draft. One, Brock Bowers is insane. He's bigger than everybody. He's more athletic. He's just like, yeah, you throw that ball near me, I'm trucking through everybody. And I know he's a pass catcher because he's a tight end technically. But it's the wide receivers, like Marvin Harrison has had some good games, but it's not like he's just been killing like consistently where it's just like, get that thing to me and I'm going nuts every single game. So I think he'll still come to his own. He's got 2 other very seasoned wide receivers in front of him. He'll find his way, but I just think that the Vikings can make things look exotic enough to win this game by at least 3 points versus the Bears. So that's just the way I'm feeling. That's just how I feel.
Nah.
So that's all I got.
Oh, okay. Cowboys, Commanders, fucking gross. Commanders sitting at -10.5.
Yeah,
against this horrible excuse of America's team. I don't know who named them that, but they showing my team. Dallas Cowboys, Commanders -600 on the money line. The total is sitting at 45.5. God, the Cowboys fucking suck, man.
They're bad.
And I'm happy they're bad. Like I we Bills, we hate the Cowboys just as much as the Eagles hate the Cowboys. And I think, really, if you're not a Cowboys fan, I think you hate the Cowboys. I don't think there's no, you know what I'm saying? I never met a person who just said, "Oh, I don't care about the Cowboys." You either like the Cowboys, you love the Cowboys, or you fucking hate the Cowboys. And this is a perfect example of why I hate these motherfuckers. They suck. They are horrible. They're terrible. I feel bad for CeeDee Lamb. I think
I'm just looking. Did you know that Cooper Rush threw for 350 yards last week? What?
I'm not betting no Cooper Rush to do shit. I'm telling you that right now. You will never see Cooper Rush on my NFL card. I'm telling you that right now. Not in one bet slip, not ever. So don't even think about it. I think the Cowboys suck. Simple handicap for me. I'm taking the Commanders. And I think 10.5 is a lot. I really do. But I will not bet the Cowboys to cover anything. So if you had to have me choose something, I'm taking the Commanders. Now, when it comes to the props, I'm going straight to Brian Robinson. Okay, because the Cowboys can't stop anything on the ground. I feel like if I had a remote control fucking Hot Wheel and I put it in the backfield and tape the football on top of it, I could score a touchdown with that bitch if I had just a couple blockers, okay? They don't stop a goddamn thing on the fucking ground. Joe Mixon just gave them fucking destruction on that fucking ground, okay? And I'm not saying Brian Robinson is Joe Mixon, but he ain't bad. You know what I'm saying? And and they definitely gonna be playing up here. I don't see Washington playing from behind against Dallas because who scored? Who scored on Dallas? No one. No one scored on Dallas. So I love Brian Robinson, 71.5. Yes. Has he hit this line? He only hit this line twice this year. Yes, I get it. Do the data make you feel confident in taking a Brian Robinson over 71.5 and only hit it twice this year? No, I understand, but I'm taking it because it's against these fucking whack shit Cowboys, and I think he has a day. So Brian Robinson, anytime touchdown, and Brian Robinson over 71.5 rushing yards. I'm going to take a little, put it round robin for him to get 100. He's at 100 twice this year. And whenever he gets over 71.5, it's been 100 plus. So I'm going Brian Robinson, rushing anytime touchdown, Commanders, and my little lotto, Brian Robinson, 100 plus rushing yards, plus a touchdown. Put that in, put a little $10 on it, get a little lunch money for the next day.
Yeah, that's all I was going to do.
That was my rant.
Yeah.
Now I'm done with the fucking game.
Mm-hmm. Then so am I. I just wanted to make sure that the one thing that was driven home that's really noteworthy in this game is the rushing attack. Yeah. Brian Robinson, it's the exact same thing. Rushing line, anytime touchdown, that should happen. That should be an issue. That
should happen. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Anyways, next game, because that I don't even want to think about them Cowboys. Buccaneers, Giants, Bucks sitting at -6, -285 on the money line. The total sitting at 41. Bucks still without everyone, correct?
I think Mike Evans, does he have a chance to play it this weekend? Yeah, Mike Evans is back.
Okay. Then I'm taking the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Bucks -6. I think Bucks kill him, especially if he gets even one of them back. I only was waiting for one, especially against like the Bucks looked fucking good before they got hurt. Like, don't get me wrong, and they're not back.
They're scrappy, man.
Yeah, they still missing Godwin, but shit with Mike, with just even Mike back, that opens up a lot. Brings the passing attack back into play. Most teams have been obviously focusing on them, playing them, up close, a lot of man coverage, probably just because the wide receiver is not as good. They're not creating as much separation as Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and all those would. So they just focused on keeping them inside, which has been working because he has nobody to throw to. But even having just one offensive threat back really opens us up for my best pick of this game besides the Bucks. I'm loving Bucky Irvin. Loving Bucky this game. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to get up. Bucky Irvin, I think his line
55.5 right now.
55.5. Loving that. Very low for what I think is gonna happen in this game. The Giants horrible on the ground, 28th amount, 147 rushing yards. They lean on Bucky more for the running. Obviously, Rashad a little bit more in the receiving type of game, but they get, Bucky's get majority of the carries at least now. 13 rushing attempts last game. I'm sure he'll get up to plus 10 or 13 in this game as well. So 56.5. I think he cruises over that. He runs hard. I think they're going to be playing definitely up in this game. I think they're going to kill him. So plenty of opportunities for him to get busy. So I'm loving Tampa Bay and Bucky Irvin. Even some alt lines too. I think the Bucks kill him. I mean, I don't know who's Tommy DeVito for the Giants. I mean, I don't give a fuck about Tommy DeVito. And I don't know if I should. Am I missing something? Like, should I be scared that Tommy DeVito coming in here and has a game? I mean, is that what you think? Is that you giving me a look like you about to give out some Tommy DeVito props? Oh. No. No, I don't. I hope not. I hope you're not about to do that. But if you are, then I'll prepare myself. But
I love Bucky. Bucky is the first thing that I'm looking at. Okay. It's like I just told you earlier when I was looking at that Munich game between the Giants and the Panthers. The only thing I cared about, I showed you the ticket that I won the money on. Only thing I cared about were the rushers from that game. I said, give me Chuba and give me Tyrone Tracy. I don't care about anything else. That's it. That's all I care about. Same thing here. Bucky Irving has been getting more reps in the passing and in the rushing game. He's shown that he's a very capable running back, very skilled, and I think that they should be able to just attack this team on the ground. They shouldn't have an issue at all. DeVito, interesting, very interesting. I don't think that this is really a game. I don't think that he's a game changer by any means, because there's a reason why they've been going in favor of Daniel Jones for the first 11 weeks. RIP.
Jones is gone playing safety.
What do you say?
Daniel Jones is playing safety.
What do you mean playing safety?
At the flag football league. He was on the safety team.
He's going to wind up in Buffalo. If he's not picked up by the end of the season, he is going to be Josh's backup.
I'm fine with that.
I can see it. I'm saying it now.
I'm okay with that.
Have you ever seen a guy that is more like just like
Josh Allen, but way shittier?
Yes. And that's what we want backing up Josh Allen. I want somebody who.
No, I don't. I don't want Daniel Jones backing up Josh Allen.
No, I would love him, because one, I know he's going to use his legs. I'd rather, no disrespect to Mitch Trubisky, I'd rather have Daniel Jones as the backup than Mitch Trubisky, because he can. You're not changing anything up with what we do.
Yes, no, he can't pass.
He can pass. He just needs that person to be open for about 5 seconds before he lets it go. But he can also run. I just want you to run, But Tommy DeVito's line sitting at 179.5. That is very low. This Bucs team has been susceptible through the air all season long. Last week, or the last game they played, Purdy had 353 yards passing. You look at the Chiefs versus this Bucs team, 291 yards, 3 tutties, and Pat Mahomes has not been Pat Mahomes that we're used to. You look at Kirk Cousins, 276 yards, and it's not like the Giants don't have weapons through the air. I don't think that this is a close game. I think the Bucs should be able to take care of business, but that ball is going to be moving through the air.
A little side note to back up what you're saying here about Tom DeVito passing yards. All game going back to 2023, when he got 100% of the snaps, he's had 175, 246, 191, 158, and 177. And this line is sitting at 178.5.
I like it. I think that you have weapons on the outside that should be able to catch the ball.
Talking shit about you about some Tommy DeVito props, Kev, but the data.
Yeah. I wasn't just pulling it out of nowhere. I wasn't just leaning it, But when you see a susceptible secondary, and you see that a team has their wide receiving core is healthy, I'll take it. Especially in a negative game script where you're expecting them to move that ball through the air, I'll take it.
I heard Tommy's going for Italian, trying to win Italian of the week too. So it might be he might have extra motivation.
I'm gonna leave that with you. That'll be your tidbit. But that's all I got. I like Bucky Irvin on the ground at 55.5, and I like the Tommy DeVito to get at least 180 passing yards.
We might have to talk a little later, maybe about a little Tommy DeVito 150 plus yards, probably sitting in some minus 200, which is not bad. So nice little parlay piece, maybe right there. 150 yards, Tommy DeVito. We'll talk about that later. Patriots, Dolphins sitting at minus 7.5, minus 395 on the money line. The total sitting at 46.5. I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No, I don't want to bet this game. I don't know what Miami's going to do anymore. Okay. It used to be Tyreek, 70 plus yards, 80 plus yards, anytime touchdown lock, weekly. Achane, over 80 rushing yards, touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Waddle, he get his 50.
Waddle.
40 to 60 per game. Now he's not gonna go too crazy. He'll have maybe 2 breakout games. But he'll be that middle ground. Raheem, if one's out, we got Mostert, and if the other's out, you bet on him. And it used to just clockwork.
Yeah.
Clockwork. I don't know what's going on anymore with this team. With the injuries that happened, with Tua, and getting the people coming back, and I don't know what to bet anymore with the Dolphins. I hate betting on the Dolphins, to be honest. I'm done with Achan because every time I bet him to have receiving yards, he has 100 rushing yards. When I bet him to rush, he's wide receiver 1 that day. And then when I bet him combined yards, he gets hurt in the first quarter, and I'm done stuck with my legs between my tail, or whatever, however you say it, the expression.
With your tail between your legs.
Tail between my legs.
You had all the right parts.
I do like some Drake May, though. I really like Drake May, man.
Yeah, he's a guy.
Man, him and Bo Nix are doing good. I did not expect him and Bo to be this good. There's some good rookie quarterbacks this class, man. Jayden, Drake, Bo. These dudes, these guys are good. They're good, man. So I do like Drake May. I think he's a great quarterback for that system too. I think he just fits perfectly.
Yeah,
with New England. I can't wait to see if they actually build around him. You know what I'm saying, and get a good team. But but Miami defense 8th in passing yards, only allowing 210. It's not an easy feat against Miami. But Drake May's line still is low. It still is at 215.5. Powerhouse Miami. Well, they used to be. Fuck it. Give me Drake May over 215 passing yards, man. I think the kid's good. I think the kid's good. Think he can move the ball against these guys. Hunter Henry. He loves Hunter. That was a great bet by you last week, by the way. I meant to tell you that. Great call on Hunter Henry.
He loves Hunter.
Booty covered. Thank God. At the last second on the last, like, it was like the fourth quarter. It was like, I'm like, yo, just give Booty one. Like, you know what I'm saying? Got it. So thank God Booty covered. You can
about the boots, boy.
Yeah. You
about the booty.
You can go to any. I mean, the right receivers is kind of, it's really Booty and Douglas, but he can go to anybody.
Kendrick Bourne came out of nowhere last week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I don't expect Kendrick Bourne to be like involved every week like that. I think it was just situational, and he just happened to be open, and that's who we saw. You know what I'm saying? And it's really there's no game film on Kendrick Bourne. Like, they wasn't sitting there weeks before. Yo, we got a Bourne's coming through the middle. Who gives a fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? So they wasn't.
Don't disrespect that man.
Nah, I'm just saying, but we not. Like, I'm not. I'm not.
We not. I'm not.
I'm not an NFL coach, but damn, like I think I know enough about football to know we not game planning for Kendrick Bourne to kill us. Yeah. So you know what I mean. So I just, I like the Patriots, man. And I'm going, man. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line, man. Sprinkle Miami, not Miami, bro. Something's going on in Miami. This doesn't look right. They look sloppy. They don't look like Miami anymore, man. They're 4-6. Why is a 4-6 team getting a -7.5 line against the Patriots?
Because they look better. They look better,
but they're not. The Dolphins are 4-6, bro.
Yeah, they had freaking Huntley in there throwing that thing with a fist
for 3 games, bro.
Each pass he threw the ball.
They lost with Tua.
Each pass he threw the ball, it looked like he was throwing it with his hand like this, and it was duct tape, double-sided duct tape, and then the football was sitting on the duct tape, and then he would fling it, and that's how he passed the ball. It looked horrible.
Fuck that. Patriots +7.5. Sprinkle a little bit on the money line. Okay. I said, now what?
We spent enough time on this game, so I'm going to keep it short. I'm taking AJ on the ground. His line's sitting at like 66.5. That's too low. This Patriots team he's going to hit it. He's going to hit it.
Good fucking luck with that. I'm not taking
Trust me.
Okay.
Unless he gets knocked out of the game, he's going to get 66.5 on the ground. I would probably take it up to he's going to get 80 yards on the ground. I can see it. It's just going to happen. This Patriots, they're not great at stopping the run. On the other side, I'm taking Hunter Henry's receiving yards. It's at 43.5. I'll take that. because he's emerged as the number one option. Yeah, 43.5 Hunter Henry receiving yards. I'm going right back to it because he's emerged as the safety blanket for Drake May. He loves him. He's a big body receiver. He knows how to use his size. And so long as he's on that field, he's a very valuable option for them offensively.
32 versus Miami last time.
I'm not worried about it. Who was the quarterback the last time that they played versus Miami? Was it Jacoby?
Back then, 10-6.
Yeah. 10-6. It was Jacoby, exactly. So we got Drake May. I'm going with those. I'm going with those receiving yards. I'm going with Devon Achane on the ground. That's what I'm going with.
All right, fuck it. Yep. Next game. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Texans.
We'll do it live.
Last game of the early window. Texans taking on the Titans. Texans sitting at -8, -380 on the money line. The total 40.5. Nico Collins is back. Man, did you see that first play?
Yeah.
Crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was ecstatic because I was like, okay, well, Nico Collins covered. Like, like, that's the best. Like, first play. It's rare you get first play cover. Like, you like, oh, this is gonna be a good day. Like, like
okay, green that one.
Yeah, well, I was like, because I had Nico Collins touchdown and like plus like 67 receiving yards, and I was like, okay,
all right, good, yes,
all right.
Weekend.
Like I was waiting for the catch, and there it goes, the flag.
Yeah.
I know. Yep. Why would he cover in the first?
Right.
But Texans look a little better. He got a threat back, like I said. Even just with Nico back, they looked a little better. CJ's not CJing like I think we all thought CJ was going to CJ. I think he kind of just stayed where he was at. I think he could have probably worked out a little harder in the offseason there, and like I said, I think he had one of those rookie years. You know what I'm saying? You come in, you kill. There's no like really good tape on you. You don't know what to expect. Different coordinators trying different stuff on you to see what really works. You gonna fold under pressure? Are you bad? You know what I'm saying, with a drop back zone, figuring you out rookie season. You know what I mean? You don't really know. Once you get a whole season behind your belt, there's tape, there's tendencies, there's people that's job it is literally to watch every game you've ever played just to figure out what you like to do, what you like to look at. And I think he's just stayed stagnant, having a decent season. Not saying he's bad, but he's not having a great season as we thought he was going to have. Titans obviously are just horrible football team. I think they just play hard. They're 2-8. I don't know what the quarterback situation is going on over there. I guess Will Levis is now back as the reigning hope for this team. Him and Calvin Ridley though have been connecting lately. So that's a little promising. I don't think that's going to really work against this Texans team. I think the Texans come in here and actually absolutely demolish them. I don't see Tony Pollard having a day versus this Texans run defense like that. Tony Pollard is good, but he's not like a 100-yard breakout. I can make a play every type of running back. So I think they're going to pretty much stop him. And I'm not trusting Will Levis to make anything really happen through the air like that. Texans looked pretty good last week to me. So, I mean, I like the Texans in this game. I like the Texans. I know Joe Mixon's, what his line? What is line? 120.5 right now?
No, it's probably sitting at like 76. Let me see.
Yeah, like, I mean, the Titans not no slouch on defense. But the dude's just a fucking beast. So,
87.5. Jeez.
What is it?
87.5.
I can't even find this fucking game. Oh, here it go. Wait, sorry.
That's wild to me.
87.
I'm just gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm not touching this game.
No, okay.
I don't want anything from it. The only time that I bet a game involving the Titans is if the Titans is going up against a team with a bad run defense. Because I'm not putting my money on Will Levis or Mason Rudolph.
You don't think the Texans just kill him? The only problem is Texas. The problem is the Titans defense is actually all right.
And the thing about it is that they get smacked in some of these games, but like I also I don't have it in me to play that game at all. I don't like it. So I'm not touching anything from this game. That line is incredibly high for Joe Mixon.
Let me close this curtain because I'm getting
Yeah.
that. Give me 1 second.
But yeah, that line is entirely too high in my mind going up against this defensive front of the Titans. That's wild. Aaron Jones last week had 15 carries for 39 yards. Cam Akers had 10 for 25. You go back before that, the Titans versus the Chargers. Gus Edwards, he had 10 for 55 for whatever reason. J.K. Dobbins had 15 for 50. You go back a week after or before that, the Patriots. Drake made 8 for 95. Doesn't count. But Ramondre Stevenson had 10 carries for 16 yards. You go to the Lions, and, the Lions are different when it comes to rushing the ball. Jahmyr Gibbs had 11 for 127, but Jahmyr Gibbs is a different runner than Joe Mixon. They're just completely different run styles, different types of attack. I don't think that Joe Mixon gets to 88 yards. That is really high against this rush defense.
I mean, bro, he's a fucking murderer, though, man. Do you would you be surprised though if Joe Mixon had another 100-yard game? We wouldn't. We would
versus this team versus this rush defense.
Yeah, he's ran for over 100 yards versus good team, good rush. He ran for 111 versus Cleveland.
Yeah, but who's Cleveland?
Their rush defense is pretty good.
They're Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, though.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's been susceptible on the ground. He has a lot of.
He just has potential. He has potential to just. It's really one run. You know him. He breaks out like one run.
He's not Slarick.
He looking like fucking Slarick. Did you see his? Do you see his stats? Look at his fucking yards. Look at his yard line. Like, what are you talking about? 111, 159, 102, 115, 102, 106, 109. He's going fucking nuts. Is what I'm saying. I don't know. I get it.
I hear you.
I get what you're saying too, though. Like the data and what they allow. Yeah, the under is the smarter play if you look at the data. I get it, but I'm just saying, aren't you a little scared? Like he breaks one for like 60 second quarter, first quarter, and then you just playing him to get 25 more. I see that, you know what I'm saying? Now you're hoping the motherfucker don't get 25 yards for 3 quarters. You're gonna be like, I'm fucked. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm fucked. Like, you know how you feel. I'll be like, yo, we're fucked. We text each other all day. Of course, Mixon breaks it for 160. He breaks it for 100. And then we start looking.
He had the league's first 150-yard quarter.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Yeah. He break the record that day for most rushing yards in the first quarter. And we were sitting here looking at like, why the fuck did we bet a Joe Mixon under? Like, I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
Let's just move on. I don't know. Move on. I'm not. You can. Data says.
I'm just saying it's high. I already told you my rule of thumb. Unless the Titans are playing against a bad rush defense, I don't touch the game. I just don't.
All right. Broncos, Raiders. Broncos, Raiders. -6. Broncos are sitting at -6, -258 on the money line. The total sitting at 41.5. I don't want to bet this game. I don't
want to. Broncos beat the Falcons by 32 points.
Because Bo Nix went fucking berserk.
What?
I don't know. Do you have anything from this game?
What's the next game?
Next game. Cardinals, Seahawks. Seahawks. Oh, I have a lock for this game. Seahawks sitting at -1.
Really?
-12 on the money line. Oh, wait till I say this. Total is sitting at 47.5. All right. Is everybody out there listening? Okay, I see I see everybody here. I want everybody to listen to me right now. I'm looking right at you. Am I looking at the camera, Kev? My eyes?
No.
Tell me when I am.
I feel like you have to look down. Yeah, now you're looking at the camera.
Okay, I want to tell everybody fucking right now. Arizona Cardinals money line is the lock of Sunday. Go to your bank. Go to your drug dealer, whoever it is that you go to. grab a whole bunch of money, take it down to the casino, or put it in FanDuel, and put it all on Arizona money line. I don't know what book or what the books are watching to where they put the Seahawks favored against the Arizona Cardinals. The Seahawks have done absolutely dog nothing this year. They are terrible. I don't care what you've seen, those flashy games with Geno, some of those games throwing for 4-3 touchdowns. You know what it came with? It came with a fucking loss because the Seahawks cannot stop nothing. I think they're horrible. And the Cardinals are on the rise. They're getting better every game. They're 6-4 against a 5-5 Seahawks team who's on the decline, and yet you have the nerve to favor the Seahawks. Take the Arizona Cardinals. That is my bet for this game. I don't want nothing to do with any of the props. You could take some Trey McBride. I love Trey McBride. I love all the props. I'm going to dabble in it, but I love Marvin Harrison this week. I love Trey McBride this week. I love James Conner this week. I think it's an all-around game for this Cardinals team. I think Kyler Murray goes off. I think the Seahawks get absolutely fucking demolished in this game, and I'm taking the Cardinals. That's all I got, and you guys better take it. Do not say we don't give you guys no fucking money, because this right here is money. Okay, this is money. If you want money Sunday, all you got to do is go put money on the Cardinals, and you'll get it right back. What this time is this game? It's at 4:25. Go down to the casino around 3, put in the bet, come back around 9 o'clock, and go pick up your money and go out for the night. If you ain't got shit to do on Monday, I'm telling you right now what you want to do to have a good time this weekend. Kevin.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I was surprised to see that the Seahawks were favored. But they did pull off a good victory last week versus the 49ers. The Cardinals are playing really good football right now, but yeah, they're winning games. They're a good football team. They've shown that. Kyler Murray is the number one quarterback versus pressure.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's the number one quarterback versus pressure.
I thought you was about to wild out.
No. But he's been wilding out. He's been
bugging.
He's the number one quarterback versus pressure, and Seattle likes to get pressure. I think they're 10th in the league when it comes to pressure rates. But Kyler has found that, or the league has been put on notice that if you try to put pressure on Kyler, you're gonna have a bad day. He just be back there just scrambling. He's just out there just scrambling around.
You're gonna have a bad day.
Yeah, he just gets out of trouble. He gets out of trouble and knows how to find his wide receivers and just knows how to make plays.
You're not gonna have a good time.
Yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
You're gonna have a bad time. What was that? Was that Family Guy?
I'm not sure if it was a Family Guy, South Park. I feel
Park.
Like it was South Park.
I feel like it might have been South Park.
Yeah.
Gonna have a bad time. It was
a ski instructor or something?
Yeah. Butterfly. Remember he was a butterfly. Peter, he was going down, so you're gonna have a bad time. Going down the ski lessons. Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah. So it plays right into the hands of what the Cardinals want. I think that money line for the Cardinals that should be healthy. That line sitting at 47.5. There should be some points scored in this game. It's a little high, but Seahawks now have a full assortment of their weapons. DK is back. Jackson Smith-Njigba has emerged as
fuck DK.
That's so crazy.
He drops everything now.
He be dropping some things.
It ain't Geno sometimes, man.
Yeah. Jackson Smith-Njigba has been playing really well. Last week he had 10 for 110 versus the 49ers. The week before that 10 for 110.
Jesus.
Yeah. The game before that versus the Rams, 7 for 180 and 2 touchdowns. So with DK being there, there's just now you really have to pick your poison. And I think that Geno is really loving this kid right now. And his line, if I can pull this up really quickly, I'm assuming it's somewhere around like 68 yards. That's my guess, just because what he's been doing. Okay, 55 and a half. 55 and a half.
Way off.
What do you say?
He was way off.
Well, I'm going off of the last couple games. So that's basically what my number is in my head. So if I'm like, okay, 68.5, around there, I'm probably like, I'm on the fence. 55.5, I would take. So what I like to do, I like to look at the matchups. I look at who's in, who's out. Just figure out the type of defense that a team usually plays. We have a pretty good idea of it now that we're entering week 12. Before I even look at a line, I like to think in my head, okay, based off of what I'm seeing here, what do I think? What is something where I wouldn't go above this number, or something that I feel safe betting? So in my head, I'm like, okay, 68.5 is probably, well, they may prop him out because of how hot he's been. Sitting at 55.5, I'll take it all day. So instead of me just relying on what the books are saying and saying, oh, okay, it's like, no, let me get an idea of what I like in my head. What will I take? What wouldn't I take? It's 13 yards below what I think that he should be propped out at, and or somewhere around there. I'll take that 55. What is going on with the camera?
Yeah, I say you look like a puzzle.
I'm just sitting here watching it progressively get worse. I'm like,
you need to get that Logi. Shout out to Logi Tech. If you're trying to sponsor us, what's up?
No, it's the connection. The camera didn't get worse. The quality of the camera doesn't just get worse.
Yeah, Verizon too, or Spectrum. What's up? Like, if y'all looking this message, I already got the ad. This message is brought to you by Verizon Wireless, where don't play with me, y'all. Yeah, we want them. We want them them ads, them ad dollars.
Oh man, yeah, that was wild.
Anybody else?
Let's let the latency pick up. But that's what I got from this game. I think that over should be healthy. You love the Cardinals to win this money line. I like JSN. So
all right, 49ers, Packers, 49ers sitting. Oh, Packers favored. Well, they should be.
Brock Purdy's out.
I know. It's just weird to see Packers favored against the 49ers. I don't think I've seen this in a long time. Packers favorite -5.5, 245 on the money line. The total sitting at 44. Brock Purdy is out with who?
No clue.
Okay.
Who the heck is their backup? In my head, for whatever reason, I'm thinking CJ Beathard, but that was like 7 years ago. Who the heck? Who's back there?
Find out. Let's find out.
Who are these quarterbacks?
Who are these? I can find out.
Brandon Allen.
Oh.
32 years old, out of Arkansas. Was this the guy that was over? Was he in?
All right. I'm going to keep this sweet. Packers -5.5. Anybody? Does anyone have any questions about that? That's all you had to do. Say that name. That and is this a game they try and lean on Christian?
You would have to.
Even with they running out of time. They need these games.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say that they still can play because it's situational, right? Like they were 8-3, 8-2. You can afford a L to Green Bay right now and not, run your star player into the ground who just came back from a crazy injury. But you're missing your quarterback, right? You're not going to get it through the air. Like the way Brock Purdy and this offense runs is really through Brock knowing his right receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like they are very in sync. Without that, I think Christian just goes off 10 receptions, 100 receiving yards. If they try and pass the ball and they just run them to the ground.
So you're putting your money on Brandon Allen?
No. I just
in a way you are.
I said short and sweet. Packers -5.5.
Mm-hmm.
That's the lock. I'm just trying to give a little because I don't know who the ball is going to with the Packers. Jordan Love, Reed, Dobbs, Watson, Wicks, the Kraft. Yeah, it's just too many. I'm not about to sit here and try and guess who Jordan Love gonna throw the ball to. So I love just the Packers, but I'm just saying. But the 49ers are going to try and they're not like this that just gave up. They're going to try. How do the 49ers win the game? I'm just going off value. I'm just going off value in value and volume with the 49ers. Because
volume or volume?
The value and volume.
Okay. The first one sounded like Valium.
Oh,
Like I
no,
said, kid, drugs are bad.
value and volume of the 49ers, because the only way I see them, they have to feed Christian. I doubt they letting Brandon Allen. They're probably gonna give him a chance, but what's the chances that Brandon Allen comes in and kills? Like, I'm not gonna take that chance, but I do know they're gonna probably lean on Christian. They have to. So, and Christian before this year getting hurt is the best running back in the league for the last few years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if any props, look at Christian. That's all I'm saying. I didn't pick any yet. I'm going to look at it. Maybe we get some news. Maybe we get something come up. But Green Bay, at the end of the day, -5.5. That's really it.
Yeah. That's all I can really trust in this game. It's not worth, like, you're gambling if you're just like, okay.
That's what we're here for, though, Kev. It's the Loxs Gambling Podcast. We're gamblers.
Yes. Some people are.
It was made in the bomb factory. They're bombs. Okay. No, like, I don't understand what's going on. That's the same expression I just want to give you right now.
No, this is actual gambling.
Yeah,
like if you're playing, if you're betting on like a basketball game, it's just like, ooh, race to 10. Which team gets there first? Like, that's gambling.
Black.
Yes. That's gambling.
He dunked in warm-ups.
Yeah. I don't like that. Okay. So I'm gonna stay away. I think the Packers should win for sure. I'm not taking any props from the 49ers side. If anything, I'm looking at how I can attack it from the Packers way. But we already know that, like we said, we don't know who Jordan Love's throwing that ball to. So I just won't be touching it.
Fuck that. I'm giving the people what they want.
I respect you.
Christian McCaffrey, 50+ receiving yards. Take it. Whatever that plus money is right there. His line sitting at 30.5. Take Christian McCaffrey plus 50 receiving yards. Okay, yeah, turn all you want. I'm about to. I can't wait to clip this and put it up on Sunday when he get it. Christian McCaffrey. I'm mad because the camera moving with your dumb ass. It's making me more upset than what I have to be. Last game of the night, Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Eagles sitting at -3, -155 on the money line. The total sitting at a high 49. I think this could be a real interesting game for sure. I mean, the Eagles should win, but the Rams are just a weird fucking team, man. You look at them and they got all the pieces you can ever want in a team, but they just can't get it done sometimes, and mostly because their defense can't stop anything. And Eagles have been much better. I know at the beginning of the season we were like, what's going on? But they're once again, they're 8-2. They've been winning, and whenever whenever AJ Brown plays, they win and they score over like 30 points. Like, AJ Brown is the core of this Eagles team. And I look back at this, whenever AJ Brown is out, the Eagles suck. Whenever he's in, they literally put up 30+ points and are just a whole better team and win their games. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles here. I'll take the -3. If I lose, I'll lose it on the void. For just the tie. I think Saquon has a day in the air. AJ Brown. I mean, I just like the Eagles, man. And I love the Rams too. I love the Rams team. Coop, Kyron, Stafford. Like, they have the pieces, man, but they just seem to can't get it done. So I'm just gonna go with the team that usually can get it done, at least to the playoffs. So I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
The Eagles have been playing a whole lot better defensively. In the beginning of the season, they kind of were dropping off. You weren't exactly sure what to expect, but I feel like they're really starting to come into their own now. The Rams haven't been bad, but 28-22 victory last week versus the Patriots. It's a lot of points to a lot of the Patriots, but the Patriots are better with Drake May. They're much better with him. They lost by 8 to the Dolphins, and that was a must-win spot for the Dolphins. And they made that game look pretty easy. I think the Eagles should be able to cover this three. This three that there shouldn't be an issue with them covering this. I know they're on the road, but that defense looks a whole lot better. I know that Matt Stafford has all of his weapons, and when he has the ability to throw that thing to Puka and Cooper, it's looking tough.
It's dangerous.
Yeah. It's definitely looking tough, but
they can just they can get that Coop connection back. Like, imagine if he had a Cup like he had last year with the addition of how he give the ball to Coop too. Like, it's scary, you know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. But with that being said, this Eagles defense has been playing really good against the pass. They've just been really good. They've been playing really good football. And they just find a way to win. I just don't see a way that the Rams don't lose this game by at least a field goal. I don't really see it. The way that they've been playing defense here recently. The Eagles, they just find a way to get it done. So I think that
I would say safer bet money line. It's only
of course
minus 155.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good parlay piece if you want to put it in there. Like I said, the field goal I feel is pretty safe. It's just the money line is just protecting you from the tie.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
so it's not voiding it out.
Yeah, so it's not voided or out. And if you got a book that takes your tie as a win, I know there is like one or two out there that I've heard of that does do that. If you could find that book, then yeah, take the 3 and let it ride. But your safer bet minus 155 if you don't mind eating that juice. I think that's the safer bet for you because like Kev KP just said. I mean, I think either the Eagles come in and they destroy them, or it's gonna come down to the wire and they win by, like you said, like a field goal.
Yeah.
4 points, maybe even like 2, something wonky happened, missed field goal. Some miss, the field goals have been crazy this year. So God knows what kind of end score we're going to end with here. But I think we both just Eagles. Eagles prop wise, I got to look more into it. Like I said, I always love AJ Brown, but you obviously got to love some Saquon. But yeah, Eagles. That's it. I think that's it. That's Sunday slate, y'all. Please, I would be posting some of these plays that we like. We're gonna have a parlay going. Me and Kev gotta go get some bowling in. We have to take a break from the fucking computer and phone at some point. So me, Kev, KP about to go get a little bowling in, talk maybe a little parlays maybe for the weekend, or get some action going tonight while we're there. Hopefully they got a TV, we can get some action going.
They better. I'm gonna bring one.
Yeah, while we bowl. So
y'all got Wi-Fi in here?
Yeah.
I got my Fire Stick. I brought it.
Yeah, what's good? Like, yo, y'all ain't got NBA League Pass? Like, but like y'all ain't got no League Pass, but
you ain't got no Yeezy.
Please follow us right here on my on the X account. This is where all the plays get posted, all the picks, everything we talked about. Rewatch this. If you missed it, like I said, I will post the plays that we did talk about, but I can't post everything we talked about. So it's better for you all to listen. Thank you for everybody who's in here right now listening. I hope you've been profitable. If you are a first timer here, if you have been watching us, we appreciate even 1, 2 people. It doesn't matter. Everybody in here, we appreciate you watching, appreciate you taking the time. Me and Kev put a lot of time into this, and hopefully it's helping you guys out there win some money. And if you are, we will continue to do this. And the best thing you can do for us is tell your friends, tell your family, tell anybody that's gambling to follow us. Everything we do is for free. All content is free. Like I said, we do this to beat the books. We want to win money with you guys. So if you profited off of what we said, or if you lost off what we said, we want to know both. That way we can adjust maybe what we doing. And like I said, we want to get you guys the most information we can and cover anything that you guys want to cover if we didn't talk about it. So hit us up. You can reply on this thread. You can send me a DM. You can send KP a DM. We'll answer you right away. Whenever we get to our phones. Then we go from there. Otherwise, no official plays tonight. I won't be posting nothing on the Twitter, on the X account tonight. Going to save everything for tomorrow. I will have some NBA. Obviously, I'm gonna be betting today. I'm sure KP is too. But find something. Go light
But
today.
I like what I like.
Yeah, go light today. Tread lightly. Don't waste all your money. If you want, get some play money for tomorrow, because that's where we're gonna go crazy. Other than that, I'm your boy HOK. That's my man KP. We will see y'all Monday. We got to work out of time, but we will be back Monday. Sorry, this was the only show we had this week. We got to figure out some scheduling because we still have jobs. Told you, we're not rich yet. We have jobs, responsibilities, and we have
plenty of responsibilities.
Yeah, we got to take care of those, obviously, before we do this. But we'll see you guys Monday. Thank you for watching. We out.
Take care.
You are now watching the Loxs Gambling Podcast. Let's play, baby.